Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to HOI4 as we are playing as the French Commune. So based on your guys' comments, it did seem the overwhelming majority wanted me to go ahead and annex this territory, so we've taken it from, I think it was this one here, from the Dutch, and then one of these, I think this one, from the Belgians. As many of you guys noted, it just didn't make any sense that the Soviets were able to puppet them, considering the fact that they never even touched this soil, they never helped us invade it. We did the invasion, we occupied it. It just really didn't make a whole lot of sense that they're able to take that, and really just has to do with the point system, where, you know, the Soviets get tons of points because they take such high casualties. I mean, one reason they got so many points was simply because they pumped troops into the Baltic Sea, trying to move them to other locations, and they didn't control those sea lanes, and thus the German submarines sunk a lot of them. So essentially the AI is often rewarded for doing stupid things. But hopefully all these issues we fixed when that new peace treaty system and all the mechanics surrounding it get changed up in the next major patch. Also read today that they're going to be redoing the naval system a bit. They're doing a naval rework in that patch, and so far I like many of the changes. So the naval game is going to be a bit different and hopefully better balanced and not so easy to exploit. We'll see. Last thing I want to address here before we start doing a few things is that the war with Venezuela, I was wondering what that was over. That is over here. So these guys are a subject of the Soviet Union, and it looks like Venezuela wants to conquer them. This is where all that oil is. I was wondering who had gotten that. I didn't really check that out. I just knew it wasn't an option for us to take it in the treaty. But yeah, they ended up releasing them, and that's where that 127 oil is. So that's probably why Venezuela wants to attack them, and they'll likely be successful in taking that over, but then after that I don't think it's going to go their way. I suppose they might be able to invade into this territory and see some success there too, just because there's not very many troops here. We'll just have to see what happens here, but if they do join the conflict, I expect that they'll ally with the Japanese, join their faction. Which, speaking of the Japanese, we'll be joining that war against them in this episode. We still have a few things left to get built up. I'm sending more troops over here. The troops that were done training here, we sent a bunch of them over there. Also changed up the commander here to one of our better generals. And we have 495 political power that we need to spend. That's because I dismissed the notification that tells you you have political power to spend. I accidentally dismissed that, and I saw myself dismiss something, but I didn't know what it was the last episode. That's what it was. And so we didn't spend any of this political power because without the notification, apparently I never look at that. So this should allow us to fill out our military staff. So let's go and start by getting a chief of army. We're going to get the Army offense expert, get that division attack increase. It's just better than everything else we have. These are just specialists. That's going to be 100 of our political power. We're going to go get a chief of navy as well. We're going to do the decisive battle expert here. You get the increased ship attack and armor and screen attack and defense. With the chief of air force, we're going to go ahead and do the ground support specialist. Yeah, I could also do the all-weather bonuses as well. Let's go with him. This gives us air superiority plus 5%. Not a lot of good choices for those, honestly. And then over here, this is another place we don't really have a lot of good choices. And so we're going to go ahead and promote somebody. In fact, the general that I just moved over here, and thus he should be getting more experience. We're going to go ahead and give him a role on the infantry expert, since we have a lot of infantry. So increasing the attack and defense, I think, would be super helpful here. And again, he'll be fighting over here, and hopefully he'll increase his rank up, and then increase those bonuses that we get from him. So with him promoted, or given a role I should say, let's go ahead and get him appointed here. So he would be right here. This is going to give us some bonuses to our attack and defense. And then also we're going to fill out this last one since we continue to have political power here. And I think we're going to do the air superiority expert, increasing the attack and defense while doing that mission, as well as the agility. So the only advisor we still have left to get is the theorist, and I think we're just short 5 political power for that. Yeah, we're going to just do the military theorist and get the 10% land doctrine costs, just because they're so far behind on that. But speaking of doctrines, we actually have an air doctrine we can get, because we have that 50% bonus, so we're going to go ahead and get the increase to the ground support. Alright, excellent. So I've already moved planes over here. Also, I didn't build the air bases up last episode, as I should have done that. So we got those building up as well. And that allows us to bring some more planes over here. So again, we're not going to join this conflict until we get some more troops over here. We have these guys that are on their way. I think that's the very least we have to get here. But we should probably wait for all these ones here. We will not wait or more than likely are not going to wait for these troops here. It's going to just take them too long. So it looks to me like they're doing this very foolishly. This is not the way to do it. I really don't like the new logic that the AI has when it comes to going to locations. They seem to want to stay on land as much as possible. Even if you're not at war, even if you control the sea lanes, they always want to go by land, which is incredibly slow. It takes them forever to get anywhere. So like they'll go, you know, across here, then they'll take this port, and then they'll come over here and then get on land, and then like march down Saudi Arabia or something and get back in a port. Just kind of weird stuff like that. That's not exactly what they do, but that's kind of the way they do it. Very strange why they changed that. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. But yeah, we're going to have to micromanage them some. Let's go and get the assembly line production. And looks like we have some decisions available. Let's go ahead and take a peek at these. I don't think we'll do any of these right now. We're going to get that theorist, so let's just go ahead and save our political power. And I suppose once we get the theorist, there's not anything else we'll have to get, so we can start taking some of those decisions, getting some of those resources and stuff. So yeah, let's go and get the theorist. Last thing to get here. Of course, he's not going to be that useful right now, simply because we're not paying for land auctions as long as we have that one penalty. And we don't get rid of that until about 130 something days, since we have 2 focuses we have to get in order to get rid of that. So yeah, I got to get these provinces defended here. I'm not going to accept any of those call to arms, but yeah, we got to get the provinces defended at the very least. So we got to wait for all these troops to get over here. They're almost here. There's 5 there. I guess you have these ones as well. We'll probably wait for. So maybe that's the last guy we're going to wait for, because yeah, again, I don't think we're going to wait for these troops, which I went ahead and had them take the rails over there, and then I didn't pay attention to it because we need to actually send them by ship here. All right, so let's just force them to go by ship. There's no reason for them to be, marching all the way down to Italy. That's very strange. I don't know if we got all of them. Hopefully, it looks like we might have missed one. And is he going there? He's going there on his own. All right, excellent. So he just took a different port. So we probably won't wait for all those. I think they'll just take too long. Where did our troops go that I had over here? Looks like they took off. What are they doing? What the hell? Why did they just leave? Oh, good God, guys. Yeah, they're still signed there, but they left. I'm not entirely sure why. Or maybe I accidentally assigned them or something, but I don't know, man. Well, that was weird. Luckily, I noticed it because we built this high-level fortification here, and it kind of sucks because it's not defended at all right now. So if they declared war on us, yeah, that would not be good. So let's hurry up and get them back into the port, because yeah, you just have the 1 Soviet division here defending. We got the depth charge throwers. I think we need like 35, I believe. I checked it before we started recording here. I think it's 35 naval experience to get those light cruisers finished up. So that's very unfortunate that we're waiting on naval experience, because I wanted to get those building, but I want to make sure we have the full, design done before we start building them. So one of the things they're changing with the new naval rework is the tech tree. They're rearranging things. Like, for example, they're combining these, armor techs, so there'll only be one line that gives you both the battleship armor and the cruiser armor. But essentially, they seem to be trying to reduce the number of techs, which is really good because there's just far too many naval techs. That's ridiculous. How many naval techs they put in here. It's just, yeah, I never really liked that, just how much time you have to put into it if you want like a modern fleet. It just doesn't compare with all the other types of warfare when it comes to air warfare or land warfare. It's just far too many techs, I feel. So I'm glad that they're reducing the number of techs and consolidating the tree a bit and just making it make more sense. So excited about the naval rework. We're going to get this passive bonus fleet speed while retreating, as I don't think we'll get any other equipment done in time for the war. I mean, I don't know exactly when we're going to start it here. I feel like we really got to wait until we get these, but man, they're just going to take too dang long. Yeah, I hate how long those take to build. That's another thing I hope they change in the patch. Yeah, because you can see here, we're like taking attrition, all these troops, because, I mean, we're already using the motorized, so there's not much to be done there. All you can really do is wait to get these supply hubs built. Yeah, I don't know if we should start the war without getting at least this one over here built. Now, we could just retreat and not defend along the river, go behind the river. So that would be an option. So we got the airplane catapults. So we can go ahead and continue keeping 2 techs over here just because we are doing this so late, and I think we will. We're going to go ahead and work on more passive bonuses, I think. I suppose we do need these 2 here. Probably won't get them in time for the ship designing. Yeah, I don't think so, but we can go and do the depth charge mortars. Why not? We'll get the equipment for that. Yeah, we're just waiting for that 35 experience. Remember, we're also training up our ships here to get ourselves some experience. And we have another submarine task force that's ready to go out there. So let's go ahead and get these guys an icon. And then we're going to throw them over here. Bring them over here. I don't know if we're going to train them out. I don't think they'll have time by the time they get over here. So we got the advanced armor protection. Excellent. So we'll go ahead and get the 1941 light tanks. And then after that, we'll go for the 1940 heavy tanks. Start getting the heavy tanks researched, and I suppose we'll build some. It's not like we don't have the factories to do so. We'll build some. I don't know if we'll ever get them out there and use them. It depends if we go to war with the Americans or not, really, because we won't need them against the Japanese. I suppose it'll be helpful in China, but I don't think we'll get it done in time. But yeah, against the Americans, if we do end up fighting them, I can see that being useful. But yeah, it kind of sucks that I feel like we got to wait for these to be built. And they just take so long. Again, April on this one, May on this one. I suppose we could wait that long, just so we don't have any supply problems here. And I was a little concerned that Japan would start putting some troops over here, but it doesn't look like that's what they're doing. But yeah, if we don't do this, then we're going to have some problems here with the supply. Major problems. So I feel like it's necessary. And, you know, there are other advantages. We're getting those 1 troops coming over here. They're almost here, actually. Yeah, so it looks like we will be waiting on those. Kind of fill up this line, make sure that it's very well defended. Also, you got the forts, too. You got every single one of these provinces is defended as well. But they're buying such cruddy troops due to the supply problems. They're just not very good. Look at that organization. It's so low. So yeah, I feel like waiting would be wise. So the smoke generators has been gotten. That's a nice little passive bonus for us. Let's go after these torpedoes next, I think. Yeah, we'll go after the torpedoes next, and then we'll start getting, I think, just passive bonuses at this point. Yeah, it's all passive bonuses that we'll be working on. So yeah, let's go and get the advanced ship torpedo launchers. Also, well, it's just the land doctrine. Okay. Yeah, we're not getting those land doctrines yet. We could just save so much experience if we wait. I can see if we were like stacked up on it, couldn't get any more experience. They're not ready yet. So we got the anti-air upgrade. I suppose if we can get this in time for our ships, probably won't be able to. We could have added those to the light cruisers we're gonna build. At 27 on the Navy experience. Still need a lot more. Let's go ahead and get these guys. Oh, they're repairing. Never mind. I was going to add them back. Are these guys ready? Yes, they are. So let's go and add them back into their task force. I did bring over the patrol ships over here. That little patrol fleet that we have going. We got another task force here. So let's go ahead and get them added to this one. I think that'll be, that's the last task force. So at this point, let me see if these guys are over here. They are. Okay, so we're going to let them train up then. And just make sure that they're only... Yeah, I believe we only have them trained until they no longer need it. With the exception of these guys over here, because they're in Europe, so they're not going to be engaging the Japanese anytime soon. Unless the Japanese send their fleet over there. I don't know how they would, though. They shouldn't have the range to get that far. So shouldn't have to worry about them there. There was a naval invasion here, but it does look like... It's by Australia, by the way. It does look like it should fail. Yeah, they're not going to succeed there. They didn't take a port. So I think we just built the supply hub. Oh, no, my bad. It's in April. I was thinking March for some reason. It's in April, May. So we got that one knocked out. And now we can go and get the army reform. So this is going to be very helpful for us, getting rid of the victors of the Great War. Because not only is it resulting in land doctrines being ridiculously expensive, it's also reducing our war support by 5%, and most importantly, recruitable population is down. So we'll get a lot more manpower once we get rid of that modifier as well. So I think it's important to get rid of that. That and fixing the supply problem here.
Attention.
Because yeah, these guys are horrible. They could easily be defeated here. They just don't have the supply. So it sucks for waiting this long to join the war, but you know, it is what it is. As long as we get to join this episode, I'm happy. And, you know, having better supply over here will make the war easier and more fun. You know, I mean, it's not more fun when it's easier, but more fun when you don't have to sit there and just watch your troops not be able to fight because they don't have any supply. So we got a open dockyard over here. I think we were using that for repairs. We're just going to keep pumping these into convoys until we get the 4 more experience we need to start building a light cruiser. Get that design finished up. So we're close. We're getting there. Maybe we'll be able to start building it before the war starts. We won't have it for the war with them. We might get a couple light cruisers done during the war with Japan, but yeah, I mean, we're not going to have much of a fleet. We got these submarines. That's what we got. A whole bunch of submarines. So yeah, these guys are still training up over here. Yeah, I don't know that we'll pull them back. Simply because I think they are. Again, I think they're safe in Europe. Yeah, we have plenty of dockyards to use for those light cruisers once we get them. And yeah, we don't need to join this war right now. Did we get the supply hub? Almost. It's on the 23rd of April. Oh, we're not actually using all our civilian factories, so let's go ahead and fix that. Another advantage of waiting is that we got these forts all built. So looking pretty solid on the fortifications. They're going to have trouble breaking through our defense here. I'm not too worried about it at all, actually. That's going to be really good, too. We've got the air bases built up. We could always build them up slightly higher, but let's see if we need to or not. We're going to move these planes over here now. So I've already brought some over, as you can see here. So we have these guys here, and then we have these ones here. Some naval bombers, close air supports, some fighters. Still got those tactical bombers over here as well. But let's go ahead and bring some more planes. I had these guys training over here. We might also have some in the stockpile that we can add out there. Get them training too. Just looking for 200 of anything. Close air support and fighters is what we've got. So yeah, let's go ahead and put those out there. Let's get the 2s placed out there first. Get them up to 200 here. And then we'll duplicate this. And yeah, they'll replace those numbers. That's just how many of that model they have, but it'll be fine. So now we need to do the fighters as well. Just going to put all those fighter 2s out there and get the fighter 1s filling them out. And then we'll do the same here and duplicate this. Alright, so let's go to move some more planes over here. So maybe get one more fighter wing over here. I think we're going to continue to build this up as well. We get a fighter wing here. So we have the room there. And then one fighter wing over here. And then we're going to want some close air support over here as well. Let's move them here. Yeah, I think we're going to need to build this up a little bit higher. And we might have to use some close air support for naval bombing. Well, these guys are high enough. I mean, we just let them finish up too, I suppose. Yeah, we'll let them finish up, and then we'll move them over here as well. So where do we want to move them? I suppose right here. Yeah, we'll move them over there. I think that makes most sense. Try and get good bombing lanes against the Japanese. So we want to bring these naval bombers over here. And I don't know if we have any. No, we don't have anybody available right now. I suppose you could take the one out of the tactical bomber and put him over here. Just gotta wait for him to get over here, but or we gotta back to Europe. I'm not doing that. And I did forget to build some stuff. So let's go ahead and get the. I don't know. I almost feel like we should just build this up even higher. Build this up a little bit more too. I think that's pretty good. I don't think we need any more supply hubs or rail systems or anything like that. I suppose you can take a look and see if you need to increase the rail level, but we look like we're pretty good to go here. Yeah, I think we're fine. I don't think we need to increase the level any further. So let's go for more military factories. Yeah, we'll go for some more military factories, guys. We'll wait to get the dockyards. Alright, so I'll keep those busy for now. Do we need to build anything over here? Like, how are we doing in regards to, like, infrastructure, port size? And port size isn't too bad here. Yeah, I think you could, you could definitely increase the size some at level 6, but I feel like that's, it seems to be adequate. We're not at war with the Americans yet, so let's build the port up over here if we haven't already. Yeah, it's already level 10. All right, so we're good to go there. I suppose we could build this port up just in case. Just get it up a little bit higher. Is that the right port? Yeah, that's the right port. just build it up to like level 5, I suppose. It's not a priority though. All right, so yeah, we're just waiting to get those supply hubs built. We got more military factories too. So let's go ahead and see what we need. I don't think we really need anything at the moment. I think we're doing pretty good. So let's go ahead and get more units building. I've already got some infantry building, but we could do more tanks since we're no longer so short there, although it seems most of those are the garrison tanks, which we don't need as much of anymore. Yeah, we really don't need anything now. And so really should just pump into planes. Yeah, let's put into planes. But yeah, let's go and get some more units building. So we've got some mountain troops over here. We also got some infantry. Let's get some more tanks, or at least one here. Maybe 2. I think that'll be fine. We're building them pretty fast at this point. All right, excellent. And then maybe get another 5 of the infantry units. Really building up our troop numbers here. All right, so this supply hub's now built. You can see the immediate effect here. We're no longer facing the attrition that we were. So these troops can restore their organization. So that's excellent. And now we're just waiting on this supply hub, which I guess that won't be done until the 30th of May. So it's like a June war is what we'll be doing here. But yeah, let's go ahead and do those decisions then, because there's just no other things we need to get there. And I think with the decisions, it's going to be the resources. I suppose you can also get the military factories. Improving worker conditions, so that'll help. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. We can always use more stability, because remember, that's going to be ticked down a lot once we join this war. So let's go ahead and improve worker conditions. And then go ahead and say that we want to be notified. You know what? I'm not entirely sure which ones we need besides oil. Let me just kind of double check on here. Seems oil and tungsten are the main things of concern here. All right, so there's no tungsten in here. You can always use more rubber though. All right, so let's see which ones are going to get us the most. You're getting 4 oil here, 6 oil here, and 6 oil here. All right, so let's go ahead and go with the 2 better oil ones. Excellent. We'll just kind of step up the oil resources that we have. And I suppose we'll do this last one as well, even though that's only 4 oil. That's fine. It'll be helpful. All right, so we get this at the end of the month, so we'll join the war in June, essentially. That's when we'll get involved here. They continue to do naval invasions throughout here, without taking ports, by the way. But yeah, they might be successful here even without our assistance. I kind of want them to fail, though, because I want to be the one to occupy that territory. Looks like we do have the 35 naval experience. We will not wait for those torpedoes. We're going to go ahead and get this design now. But let's get a tech selected first. And I think, again, we're going to go after some passive bonuses here. Yeah, I think that's the best way to go. We should probably get these. We haven't got these yet. These could be really helpful. So let's go and work on those. And let's go and design these ships. Finally. Took us long enough. I've been trying to do this for some time now. So these are our attack cruisers. Let's go ahead and get the design completed. And then what we're going to do, I suppose it's fine. I was going to say that we can just save it and then make 2 different designs here, but we'll have to wait because I want to do a support cruiser model as well. But yeah, let's go ahead and get the light cruiser batteries here. So this attack cruisers, we're going to be focusing on having really good light attack. I think we do want them to have the ability to attack submarines since we're not going to use destroyers. So we need to have a depth charge on all of our light cruisers essentially. Over here, we're going to do the dual purpose, get both anti-air and light attack. Dual purpose is being changed in the upcoming patch. It will actually reduce your armor piercing, I believe. Make it so you have to kind of make a choice here rather than always go with the dual purpose. All right, so for the last one here, I think we're gonna go with another gun. Yeah, I think that would be best. Get another light cruiser battery. Try and get that light attack up as high as we can. These guys will not have torpedoes because their main job is to sink all the enemy light ships, as well as to kind of defend the fleet from planes. But really the main job is to sink the enemy destroyers and light cruisers. So we want that light attack as high as possible. I'm not willing to sacrifice any of it for some torpedo attack. The other cruiser design we'll get, that will have some torpedoes on it. So I don't think there's anything else we need here that we've gotten. I mean, Yeah, you've already got that. I don't think we've got a new radar yet. Yeah, we seem to be good to go, so let's go and save this. And finally get some light cruisers building. We're going to put all our dockyards into it. We'll pull those from the convoys and the submarines. So just go with one dockyard into any convoys, and then go ahead and pull from the submarines as well. There we go. Really focus on that attack cruiser, try and get it done, which the first one will be constructed on the 25th of October. Once we get a bit more experience, we'll get another design going. So I suppose we should get some dockyards building now. Oops. So let's get a few dockyards constructed, and let's do them any coastal territory that's at least 60% here. And I get like 5 more dockyards or so. All right, excellent. So less than a month now, guys. Less than a month, and we'll be able to join this conflict. And in 35 days here, or not even 35, excuse me, 25 days, we'll have that focus knocked out, and we can start getting some land doctrines. So like just in time for the conflict. Yeah, they're pumping troops over here, and it does look like they're going to be successful. That's kind of a shame. I was hoping they get pushed back into the sea, but that's not going down that way. Damn, that's a shame. They have not taken a port yet. Yeah, I suppose we don't have to wait for the supply hub there, because they are having such success. They pumped too many troops over here. I mean, they can't attack from neutral territory, though. I want them to get destroyed here, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. It does seem like they will be successful here. Alright, well that's a shame, because I wanted to be the one to get control of this territory. I suppose if we're the ones that get to Bangkok first, then it's might go into our hands. We'll go and do the rubber plantations next. Yeah, we'll get this soon. It's on the 30th of May. That's a week away. Let's just go ahead and join the conflict, guys. Though I suppose we should go ahead and get all of our ships back into port. You've got more submarines we can throw out here. So let's go ahead and merge some of these, so we can get another task force over here. We'll just put all these in one task force. Get them new icon over here. We also have all these submarines too. Yeah, we got a ton of submarines, guys. Alright, so let's go ahead and add these over here then. Just get up to task force of 5, I suppose. Hopefully I didn't add too many to any of these. Might have added 2 extras to that one. Alright, so we'll step all those up. And probably stop the training initially. Yeah, we'll stop the training for right now. Alright, so bringing a ton of submarines over there, so the ships are good to go. Let's take a look at our plane situation. So we have just enough on the air base here, just enough space. Do we have any planes sitting over here that could be moved, that are trained up? Looks like we're still training everybody. Suppose you got some fighters right there. Let me just take a look at the stockpile. I assume we got planes in the stockpile. Yeah, we do. Alright, so let's go and put... We got another naval bomber wing that we can do, and we're going to throw them over there now. We won't even let them train up. We'll go ahead and train up some more fighters over here, though, and some close air support, I suppose. So we'll get these guys training, and then let's get a fighter wing training as well. So a lot of those interwar fighters. Let's just do the 200 interwars and then just let them upgrade themselves to the newest model. Alright, so let's put the naval bombers out there immediately. So we're going to want them over here. So I built this up. And another wing of 200 here. Although, you know what? Actually, we can increase their numbers. Let's do 100 here for right now. And then 100 over here. Since this is often a zone where there's a lot of ships going through. So we can increase those numbers a bit later. And we'll wait for them to get over here, I suppose. So make sure we have them, and that also lets us build up over here. They are actually winning there, surprisingly. Maybe they'll push them back, I don't know. Oh, our ships are... Oh, damn. Alright, hold up. This is messed up. Let's fix this here, guys. Actually, you know what? Let's take all these guys, put them over here. Get rid of this line here. And, frankly, this whole thing's all messed up, isn't it? Yeah, this whole thing is all messed up. Jeez, man. Alright, now we gotta get all these troops moved back. Kind of a weird situation over here. We got some military factories, so let's go and get these assigned. How are we doing on that, on those tanks? Let me just see what all we were lacking down here. I think it's the light tanks. Yeah, the light tanks are the main thing we're lacking still. All right, let's just put 5 more factories in that then. All right, so just trying to fix this first. I don't know why these guys are taking so long, but get them over their location. We also just built up that supply hub here, so that's good. Yeah, these guys are taking their sweet time to get out of here. There we go. Alright, so just gonna let them get readjusted, make sure we're not leaving any provinces undefended here. Yeah, I think we're ready to go ahead and join this conflict, though I did want them to get pushed back here. I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not. We did get the anti-air, excellent, so we'll want to put those on the next light cruiser model there. So we'll just build one more light cruiser of those. And we're in 1942, so let's go ahead and do the artillery techs now. But with the anti-air, we'll get those upgraded. But with the light cruisers, we're just going to build this one here. That'll be done in October, and we'll get another one constructing. Or if we get the experience to change up the design, we'll do that as well. So I'm kind of hoping they lose there and get pushed back into the sea as they did over here. That's what we're waiting on right now. I'm waiting for my allies to be defeated. I know that's kind of sad, but I want to make sure we get control of all that. We got the Army Reform, excellent, so that's super helpful. Finally got rid of that modifier that we've been suffering from the entire game. I mean, we can go and start working on some land doctrines, but first we got to pick something else to get. There's some resources, civilian factories, increase of communist support. Don't really need that there. This is a ton of military factories, so that's helpful. Some political power that we don't really need anymore. This gives you some cores. I think we should do that with the non-core manpower. Yeah, I think that's in our best interest, guys. Also, there's all these techs over here too that we haven't gotten yet. But you know what? Let's get this one first. I think that'll be helpful. All right, so we're just waiting for them to lose here, and once they lose, we'll. Not entirely sure what's going on here. Actually, it's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know what's happening there. Alright, well, we got the torpedoes. So what is left to get here other than passive bonuses? It looks like it's just the passive bonuses now. So I think that's what we're going to work on. So we can get some increased attack there. We want to increase the light cruiser attack. So let's do this one. Get the light attack and light Pearson up first. And the land doctrines, I forgot we can go and get these now. So let's go ahead and start working on them. So as far as which doctrine we're going to go for, Grand Battle Plan does fit the French, I suppose, but I don't think we're going to go this route, guys. I'd prefer going with either one of these. We don't have that many tanks yet. We got some building and stuff, but I think it makes more sense for us to go to superior firepower. So yeah, we're going to go with this one. This is going to increase soft attack for all frontline battalions, and we're going to lose the entrenchment speed and max entrenchment there. So yeah, let's go and get that one, and then we can also get this one here, increase in organization of our leg infantry. And it seems we can get one more, the mobile defense, increase in defense of all the infantry. All right, excellent. So we just knocked out 3 focuses. So I'm not sure what's happening here. Why they aren't getting destroyed. Okay, we lost the logistical focus because that doesn't fit our current government anymore, or our current army doctrines. So they changed it for smoke and fire. That increases breakthrough. I suppose we can keep the breakthrough on, though going for the speed would be helpful too. You guys know I like that speed. We don't have the army experience to switch out anyways, but yeah, I could see us switching over that one too. I'd like to increase the speed of the units. So I'm just waiting for the Soviets to get defeated here. It's taking forever. And our front lines keep getting messed up every time this happens as well. God damn. Yeah, this is irritating. Assembly line production has been knocked out. Excellent. Let's go ahead and go for... we don't really need the fuel refining, I suppose. We have a lot of fuel. So I suppose we should get something here. Like, let's get the increased research speed, plus 8%. Yeah, that'd be helpful. Yeah, just waiting for them to get destroyed here. They are actually winning these battles, though, so... Yeah, I don't know if they're down to this one province here. So I just want them to get destroyed. They're currently winning that battle, though. Yeah, but they have somewhere to retreat to, and they cannot attack from neutral territory. They keep attempting these naval invasions, though. Yeah, I hate that we're sitting here waiting for this to finish up. And there's more naval invasions. I don't think there's really any stopping this, guys. Yeah, now you got Spain doing naval invasions. Alright, so we're just going to have to join the war as is. Kind of a shame. And just make sure we don't attack from Soviet territory. So yeah, let's go ahead and join their conflicts. This is not going to get any better than this. Let me just see. It seems like they have two separate conflicts going. Japanese-British War and Japanese-American War. Yeah, let's just do the Japanese-British War, I suppose. I'm not sure what that other one is. Alright, so we are now into the conflict. We also have the war bonds decision available, which we could take to, increase the number of civilian factories we have. Is that what we want to use our political power for, though? I mean, we're already increasing the stability with the improved worker conditions. These are just military factories, just one each. It's not that helpful. Yeah, I suppose we'll do the war bonds. Why not? Also, we've got civilian factories now that we can make use of. So let's do probably more military factories. Yeah, we'll use more military factories. Some 80% over here we can build in. Remember, these are not core territory, so it's better to build in the 60% locations. Did we get any more radar? No, we didn't get any more radar. Okay. Alright, so now let's go and start the attack. We'll be defending in these territories. If the Soviets want to attack, I suppose we'll let them. We're going to need to attack ourselves, though. Or excuse me, we're going to need to focus on defense here. Alright, so they're attacking here. We actually want to attack right there. Over here, we've got an opening, so let's go and take advantage of that. And let's go and send our tanks in. These guys will assist with this battle. But yeah, let's go and send the tanks in here. We're going to go this way. And send those guys too, and them. Let's go and get all the planes out there. Also, we can bring one more division over here, it looks like. So we'll get one of these guys coming over here. Or you know what, we'll put them on this one. Hopefully it doesn't get sunk out there. I'm hoping we can control the sea lanes just in this area. We'll have to see, guys. It's impossible to say. We'll have the land-based planes, but they've got the fleet, so we're going to do convoy raiding, and we're not going to do it in all these areas. And I'm trying to assign this region here. So we'll do it in all these locations right here. We see that the Japanese have had success here in the against the Soviet East Indies. So yeah, they've taken all this territory over. They're invading into the Australian half. Also, the British have lost territory here in the Malay Peninsula. Okay. So yeah, our side is reeling right now. They're not doing a good job. They're struggling. So good to know. Let's go ahead and take these guys, put them onto the strike force. We will not patrol yet. Not just yet, guys. Let's just wait a little bit. And as far as where they'll be doing the strike force, it's just going to be in areas where we're going to be getting some actual air support. So these three regions here, I suppose. So I think these guys here, there's nothing for them to do just yet. So let's go and get the planes out there now. Alright, so they're going to be doing Naval Strike. Should have had these guys training. I didn't know it was going to take this long to get into the war. Several weeks. Alright, so doing Naval Strike here. These guys will also do a Naval Strike here. We won't have any fighters out here for right now. We'll see if we need them. Let's go and put some fighters here, though. Do the air superiority. I don't know how many planes they have here. Just 200. So yeah, we could definitely gain control of the skies. These guys are going to stay here, though. Actually, you know what? We'll keep one fighter wing here doing the air superiority, but the close air support will go over here. So they can help us out in that battle. Alright, so let's get all these guys here. assigned. They'll do the naval strike. Really going to focus on the fleet, trying to get the fleet destroyed here. And then we'll take these fighters. I suppose we can put one fighter wing out here. Why not? We'll put one fighter wing out here. I don't know if they'll be able to help out in the naval battles against the carrier planes or not. I suppose we'll see. And I did want to get these guys assigned an ace. All right, excellent. So let's take them, make sure that they're doing the air superiority. Both of them will be doing the close air support. And then we'll have our naval bomber over here doing the naval strike. All right, excellent. So we got 600 planes doing naval strike in the South China Sea. None over here, though, in the Gulf of Thailand. So I suppose since we're not going to be there right now, let's go ahead and pull these guys off of this one, so we don't end up doing a battle there, of all places. So yeah, we'll see how things go. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue the attack.
Attention.
Just going to start pushing forward into their territory. I think we'll avoid attacking across any rivers. There's no reason to take any unnecessary casualties, I feel. Looking for areas where we can get some wins. These guys are all pretty weak, so I don't know how well they would do right there. We can try. Yeah, it looks like we'd win that. Alright, so we should get these guys here destroyed. And yeah, we'll push towards Bangkok with the tanks here. Oops. So this got messed up, so let's go fix that. Some of these need to go over here. Somebody needs to come over here. Alright, looks like we already have a unit coming over here. Alright, so it's going to take the tanks, move all of them over here. I suppose we can have... you know, I think we can defeat these units. They're pretty weak. And as everybody wants to join these wars, let's just go ahead and call everybody in. And then that will cancel all these out. Alright, excellent. Let's bring this guy over here. He can stay here. Why does this front keep getting messed up? I don't understand. They just keep messing it up here. And then taking off. Alright, so we also went over here. Excellent. Winning right there. Need to bring more units down here. Looks like we already have some coming. So what we'll do is just take this guy and have him go this way. So yeah, not going to attack across the river over here. I just don't think it's necessary. Should finish up this defense. Let's go and attack Bangkok now. See if we can't get there first. Doesn't look like we're actually doing that battle right now, huh? Huh. Oh, okay. It's part of this one. I see. So if we stopped with that, would they still win? They would still win. All right. So what we're going to do is have them attack that way. We'll have him grab this airbase here. See if we can't get there first. Just kind of throw everything we got into this. Try and get Bangkok taken. And remember, we don't want to attack from any Soviet territory. We did take this province here. Let's go and get a win here. And we'll go and attack right over here as well. We got some troops come over here and support us. Alright, so the Bangkok battle. I don't even know if our troops are helping in that yet. South Africa just joined the Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere. Okay, this is what's left of them. Yeah, it makes sense for them to do that. They're fascist and they're sharing a war. So they were not able to attack us here with that high-level fort. They weren't able to do anything. As far as our own advance, I was going to wait. Yeah, I suppose there's not really any reason to wait. Let's just go and start pushing forward. So we'll take both of those guys. Actually, no, we'll have one just support. Japanese are going to be a bit tougher than Siam is, of course, as you'd expect. Let's go and attack into the plains here. I can see one of these guys attempting to leave, so let's just keep them all here. Alright, so we'll attack right there. Try and get that unit in the mountains there surrounded. And... okay, so this attack failed, the one on Bangkok. So now we can go and do our own attack here. So we'll do our own attack, so that we'll take possession of that. And unfortunately, this is likely going to have to be the end of today's episode. We can take a look, see what we've done in the sea. So we've already sunk a Japanese submarine there and one right there. Excellent. So haven't lost any of our own ships yet. Well, we sunk 2 of theirs. You can see that their destroyers are attempting to engage our submarines here. Same thing here. They have a bunch of escort fleets going to be attacking our submarines. Luckily, we've got a ton of submarines, so take some losses there. It's not going to hit us all that hard. Just looking at the casualties, so far we lost 54 dudes. That's it against Siam, while we have killed 3.5 thousand of their troops. We're not on the board yet anywhere else. I mean, we've been in the war for a couple days now, so kind of sucks that the war we finally joined right at the end of the episode, but you know, it is what it is. I wanted to make sure that we got those supply hubs built, and also I was trying to get the best looking situation over here when it comes to what the Soviets had. They kept doing invasions, our allies, so there wasn't really any stopping that, I suppose. But we should get possession of this as long as we can get Bangkok in our hands. And then we'll have the rubber and tungsten here, because yeah, I want to annex that. It'd be easier to do that in the treaty if we occupy it. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you guys in the next one, and thanks for watching.